Sup traders, it's Trades here. Let's do a pre-market analysis for the day ahead, which is the 15th of October, which is a Tuesday. We've just got claimant count change news come out for pound dollar, so let's see how the market is playing out. Euro dollar, I'm watching for price to come down and take out that sell side liquidity. We are also in this support zone, right? For me, we're in this support zone. We've come down during that CPI day with this low wick doji candle. We didn't take out the highs of that, and then we've been displacing lower, took out the low of that yesterday, and then now we are at the moment trading below yesterday's low, just above that sell side liquidity. We also have a nice channel on the 240 time frame with RSI diverging from the first test all the way to the last test, and to me that's a pretty good sign that we might potentially hold this level and find some support. And if we do find support, right, we've got quite a room. We've got this open gap that price rejected yesterday and then displaced lower. And also we've got this daily time fair value gap. Ideally, the gap's a much better option to take targets off at rather than the daily time frame, because the gap, daily time fair value gap, because it's quite far away. But yeah, at the moment, honestly, I do think maybe price might find support before even reaching that sell side liquidity, because we have failed to close below, this low yesterday, came down, putting this strong pin bar, and now it looks like we're coming down and taking the low off that pin bar and potentially finding support. And I do believe that we could potentially find support around that level, especially now. This is exactly the kind of pattern I look for. So this is the low of yesterday. We have a pin bar that failed to close below previous candle's low at 1 a.m. candle, and then currently we've got this candle forming on the 5 minute. It looks like we came down with this sharp bearish candle, and right now, honestly, if this candle closes anywhere near like that, it will be a good option to go long, I would think. But I'm not going to get into that trade. I'm going to wait for further confirmation. We're right above this sell side liquidity. I don't really want to be entering a trade there anyway. I want to see more confirmation. But I do think after taking this liquidity off yesterday's low, previous day low, we could find some support here. Maybe push up a little bit first during New York session, and then come lower push up during London session, and then come lower during New York session, and then find support later on during the day. We'll just have to see how that plays out and wait for it, because we've got a channel on the 5 minute as well, right? We've got a small channel forming right here with this candle at the end. This is honestly a pretty good pattern. How this candle closes, that would be a pretty good entry to go up to these highs. But let's not rush into it. Let's see how market plays out first. This could potentially turn into a bearish close candle similar to this one, and then let's see. We had this strong displacement coming down to this level after this market structure shift, this failed market structure shift. This is the initial failed market structure shift, pushed up, failed, consolidated, and then displaced lower, leaving fair value gaps along the way. So if we start to see market structure shifts around here, then maybe we'll aim for that Asian high. But until then, I'm just going to wait for price to come down and take out that sell side liquidity. Pound dollar is in a similar situation to euro dollar. We are trading right above that sell side liquidity and just seem to fail to come and tap into it. We've come into this daily time frame order blocks 50% and held multiple days in a row. We've failed to close below 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 days in a row. At the moment, we're trading inside the range of this CPI day candle. So I don't really want to be trading in between that range. I want to see price come down, take previous week's low out, maybe that sell side liquidity as well, and find support similar to euro dollar. And we've also got a channel at that support zone, right? This is a support zone for me. We've come down and held that low with a channel, failed to close below multiple days in a row, similar to daily time frame, and have been finding some bullish support, but still trading inside that range. So for me, I don't really want to be trading anything until we come down and take out that low. But I'm not sure if we will come down and take out that low, or maybe we'll find support before it pushes back up. We have, we've got these bullish engulfing candles that price has been printing. Like we had one here, we had one here, we had one here yesterday, and then price pulled up, held the high of that candle, and then another bearish engulfing candle to this one again, and then we have come down again. Are we going to come down to this low? Is this going to push price lower? I don't know, because the last bullish engulfing candle, this one was followed by three bullish candle. Sorry, the last bearish engulfing candle was followed by three bullish engulfing candle, which kind of ruins the momentum for me. However, at the end of those three bullish candles, we get another bearish engulfing candle that just takes our liquidity above and then drops lower. So maybe we will continue lower first. Right, we had this essentially a close below. Essentially, we had a head and shoulder. If we look at the pattern itself, the left shoulder, head, right shoulder, price closed below the head and shoulder, pulled up, held the right shoulder, and then is now coming lower. Ideally, I do want to see price. Maybe price will tap here, or we will continue down first. But I'm not trading inside this range. That's what I'm saying. I'm just going to wait until price comes down. And the way prices come down, right? We've left a breaker. We've got fair value gaps, bearish fair value gaps. We've come and tapped into the second bearish fair value gap during the news. I don't really like this candle. I do believe this candle just looks like it's going to find support and continue higher. So yeah, I'm just going to wait for price to come to the low of this range if it can. If it doesn't and starts to put in bullish engulf fair value gaps on the 60-minute, then I will look for potential longs. We've got, like I said, we've got previous week's highs. We've got the high of that CPI candle, and we've got these highs as well. So lots of areas for price to come and take liquidity on daily and on the pound dollar. So let's see how the markets play out. Good luck.